Hey guys, it's Tika Taylor here today, bringing you back another Pokemon build series video. Today we have Magmar, who is a fire type Pokemon. Apparently the Japanese name for, like, if you're playing Pokemon in Japan, apparently this Pokemon's called Booba, and I love that. I'm probably totally butchering its name, but yeah, Booba. I love it. But yeah, it kind of looks like a weird chicken dragon. Like, it's got the whole, like, dragon stance on the back leg, like I don't want to say T-Rex because it doesn't have little T-Rex arms, but, you know, the bipedal, how it stands on its back legs, and the arms are arms, not also legs. But it has, yeah, like a big tail with fire on the end of it. But the face kind of looks a little bit like a duck's. It's got a duck bill, or a chicken, I'd say duck bill. And it's got fire coming off. It's sort of like ears, but also fire. And to me, it just reminded me of a volcano. So I thought, why not make a little volcano retreat? So this is kind of what that is. Unfortunately, I did have a different build on this lot, and I had to delete it to use this lot, but I've done pretty well with only using one lot per, like, you know, using different lots rather than the same one over and over again. I think this is the first time I've ever used the same lot. I don't know about the two builds that I lost. I know for sure one of them I didn't use because that is in, the Jungle Adventure World, Salvadorado. And I didn't use anything in that spot. I don't think I did. I say that, but now I'm thinking about it, maybe I did. No, I'm gonna say I didn't, because I think I used that lot after I'd already used a different lot in Salvadorado, because I know I've built there at least twice. And then, like, I couldn't even tell you where the other build was. I don't know, these builds kind of all mesh together into one build in my brain, so it just, yeah, I have no idea where anything is. I have no idea what I've done. None of that. But I did have a lot of fun with this build. So yeah, like I said, it's a little, like, retreat, I guess, and it is in Sulani, and it is on the lot that's right next to the volcano. I wanted it to feel, like, really super fancy, so I did end up putting a lot of time and energy and effort into making it look really, really nice, but I also didn't put all that much in here. Like, I would be confident in saying it's a usable lot without saying that it's a usable lot. Like, I haven't playtested it, but I believe it is, for sure, easily, is a usable lot. So, yeah, if you wanna play this, download this build, I will be uploading it at some point soon in the future. I kind of upload these builds in chunks, so I think I'm at maybe 100 already uploaded, and this is 126, so I've got to go upload, yeah, about 26 more. I'll probably upload 20 sometime this week, and then the next 10 sometime next week. But yeah, we're getting very close to the end of, I was gonna say chapter 1. This isn't chapters, we're getting close to the end of Gen 1. That's the word I was looking for. Which is super exciting because I don't know, I feel like I've been doing this for barely any time, but also for so long. So it's kind of like, I don't know, like, it's kind of fun and exciting that it's that far ahead, but it's also kind of fun and exciting that, you know, we get to go to a new gen. And yeah, with the start of each generation, so the starter Pokemon, I specifically only do pack restricted builds. So if you're ever looking for pack restricted builds, I definitely have them. And because I was talking about them in a recent video, I think yesterday's, I also ended up doing a few pack restricted ones that aren't, like, 100% pack restricted. I think one of them had 6 packs in it. I think my version of pack restricted is 4, but still, I think 6 is a lot better than, 36. So yeah, I don't know, I've just been trying to keep it a little bit more restricted, a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more fun. So yeah, at the moment I have finished tomorrow's build. I have finished today's build, obviously. But I've also worked on a little bit of the build after that. So I think today, yeah, I will be getting ahead and doing some more builds, even though I really want to do some co-working today. I do have a bunch of tasks I want to get done. I think it would just be better for me to do my builds, but I do co-working about once a week, so if you're ever interested in, not just co-working, but if you're ever interested in watching me build live, because I do most of my builds live, if you ever want to see me build or you want to join in on co-working, and every once in a while I do a variety game as well, just to change things up a little bit, spice them up, try something new, give my brain a little bit of a break and relaxation from constantly doing these big Sims builds. Definitely check out my Twitch. It is linked down below in the description. Also in the description always is the packs and kits that I've used in these builds. So yeah, again, if you're ever wondering if it's a pack restricted build or not, it's always in the link. Or you can look at a starter Pokemon. If you're not sure what starter Pokemons are, just give it a little Google and it'll tell you all the starter Pokemon that there are. And yeah, those ones will be pack restricted. Usually, I say usually, but they're between 1 and 4 packs or kits. There's a couple of them that are just 1, and there are a couple of them throughout the series that are just 1. I am keeping track of how many packs and kits I use and which ones I use, and I'm putting them into a program called JASP to run analyses on it. I'm having a little bit of problems with it because I've never used JASP. I've used SPSS, which is a paid version, but I used it through uni, so I never paid for it. My uni did. I just used it on their computers, which, yeah, if you're ever at uni, check out the computers if you can, because they generally have all of the programs that you need. Just make sure you go to the right campus if your uni has multiple campuses. Because, yeah, the uni I went to had multiple campuses, and the campus I went to had stuff on the computer for me that I would work with. But one of the other campuses, I've also visited that one, and I've seen their computers, and it's, yeah, 100% not the same stuff. Because it's a completely, like, they do different degrees there. So, yeah, definitely recommend that. But also, it's been a very long time since I've used SPSS, so it's like, I feel like, even, like, because they're very similar, even if I did use JASP instead of SPSS, or if I was using SPSS now, I would still be like, I have no idea what I'm doing, because it's been so long since I've, done it, since I have, participated in courses that require me to use it. So, yeah, it's kind of a little bit like, I have no idea what I'm doing. But I'm sure if I look up some tutorials and things like that, it'll start to make a bit more sense. There's a few things I've figured out I can't do because of the way I'm recording things. But I don't know, it'll definitely be curious to get in and have a look at it and things like that. Because, yeah, if you want things to show up a certain way, you need to have them be a certain way, like record them a certain way. If you want to run analyses against each other, you need to be able to convert them from what, like, currently I've got everything as words, as just like, yeah, ordinal data. No, sorry. Nominal data. Ordinal has the order, that's right. But yeah, long story short, it's not numbers, it's letters, and it doesn't really know how to do that, so I have to convert all my numbers to letters, I think. And that's just going to be a little bit annoying, but I'll live, long and short of it is, it's not that hard for me to convert it. Thankfully, I can copy and paste from my spreadsheet, which is fantastic, because I can just go in and put them all in my spreadsheet, and then copy and paste and chuck it out into SPSS. I'm sure I could run some sort of base level analysis in my spreadsheet, but I want to have like real detailed analysis if I can, because I want to know. I want to know what's the correlation between worlds and packs that I use. Like, okay, I've used this is in Solani, so am I more likely to use certain packs in Solani? And the reason why I want to do this big old analysis is so that you guys can see what it's like. You know, you guys can, you know, I really love Sulani and I want to build in it, but I only have Get to Island Living, and I want to know what other packs would go really well with it. You know, that's another thing. Like, it's to kind of give that info to you guys, for you guys to be able to kind of read through it and be like, oh, okay, well, I have these packs or I have those packs, and based on my personal build style, it should help you figure out like what's a good thing for you guys to get if you want to get anything, or if you guys are just interested in statistics and you don't want to get anything. That's also, yeah, something that I do just like statistics. I think they're fun, and like seeing the correlation between things. So yeah, I'll definitely, once I know how to do it, I'll definitely share it with you guys. I'll put all the data in, and yeah, hopefully it'll be good, because otherwise, yeah, I'll be a little, I don't want to say frustrated, but yeah, like frustrated with the fact that like, oh, okay, well, I didn't do these things, like I don't know how to do them. But you know what, that's a later me problem, and current me is more focused on building. So yeah, but yeah, speaking of building, I will be building today. So for streaming, I stream 4 times a week. Currently thinking of slightly adjusting my schedule, so I stream at the same time every time I do stream, but I'm thinking of extending one of my days for my co-working stream, just so I can get more done, and also for more people to be able to join, because I know it's a very, time zones are a very annoying thing, you know. I know some people are like, well, you know, I'm always sleeping when you stream. Okay, I'll adjust it. Let's have a longer co-working stream so that I can involve more people. But the problem is usually I want to co-work on a Tuesday, and I mod for somebody on a Tuesday, so it's like, do I continue modding? Do I do a shorter co-working stream and do a longer build stream? But I know my build, like, I can't do long build streams, so it's like I don't know what I want to do. It's something I'm still figuring out, and yeah, I'm kind of keen to figure it out. So yeah, again, if you're ever interested in seeing my building or joining in co-working, or what's the other one? Variety games. I don't do variety games as often anymore, but yeah, if you want to see any of that, definitely check out the link down below. Also, my Instagram is linked down below if you want to see just like little pictures and short little videos of these builds, because I do upload them over there as well. And generally, if I'm uploading any announcements or anything like that to anything, it's generally over on the stories over there. But with the A to Z challenge that's coming up, I'm going to be adding a link probably to, I guess, my bio here. I don't know how the terminology here works, but yeah, I'll add a link somewhere in my bio, probably also in the description down below, for the A to Z challenge, which is coming up soon, and it'll have all of the all of the past entries, all of the rules. It should have the date that we're up to, like what week we're in and all that sort of stuff. So if you're ever curious, it's all there, all in one place, so that yeah, you don't have to have a certain social media to keep up with it. And the only place you need to upload anything for it is the gallery, which if you're entering a Sims build, you'll have the gallery. Like, it's something you'll have. So yeah, I don't know, it's definitely fun. Definitely curious. Gonna try and make sure it works. But yeah, the long and the short of the A to Z challenge is, it is I was gonna say 26-week challenge, but it is 26 1-week challenges. I'll put it that way because you don't have to participate in every week. But yeah, each week you get a new letter, 26 letters in the alphabet, so it runs for 26 weeks. So the first week of July, you'll get the letter A, and you can do a build, a room, or a cast creation based on that letter. It's really up to you how you interpret that. So if you want to do, like, for example, for cast, you could do an actor or an astronaut or something like that, or you could do a specific person, or an animal. You know, if you want to do, I don't know how you'd build an aardvark in cast, but if you could, it starts with the letter A, like, go for it. So it's really, really up to you guys how you want to do it and what each letter is. And I've had some really creative stuff for these letters. But yeah, again, the whole reason why it's 26 1-week challenges is because you don't have to do every week. It is sort of meant to be something to kind of get you outside your comfort zone, get you thinking about, you know, I've never tried this style before, or I've tried the style and I didn't do really well, or I've tried the style and it's my favorite thing to do and I just want to do that again. Like, it's meant to make you do things that either A, you haven't done before, or B, you want to get better at, or I say get better at, like, you can be good at it, great at it, you still can get better. There's always, you can get better. I feel there's always room for improvement. So yeah, either exploring something new or working on a style or type of build that you've never really done before. That's kind of the goal for it. So yeah, and again, like I said, you can do a full build. Like what you're looking at right now, this is a full build because there's multiple rooms and things like that attached to it. Whereas a room build is, yeah, just one room. I've seen some people do room builds where they do one room and the exterior, and I'll count that as a room because it's technically one room. But if you do one room and the exterior and you want to count it as a build, it's really up to you guys. It's, you know, it's whatever. Like, it's I'm not going to tell you how to build. I'm not going to tell you how to cast. The only thing that is not allowed if you're officially entering is no CC. If you want to use CC, that's obviously I can't stop you. Like, you go ahead. I use CC for this challenge because I don't officially enter. But yeah, it's if you want to officially enter. Because normally I tour them in February, so I do my builds throughout the year, but I upload them all and share them all in February, and it's a lot. That's where I knew doing a build every single day was a lot, but you know, here we are doing a build every single day anyway, and it's fine. Like, I'm getting used to it. But yeah, it's a lot. So that's why I run it weekly for you guys rather than daily, because daily is just insane. But yeah, I will tour them over on Twitch in February. I don't stream every day except for in February, so it's definitely a lot. It's definitely exhausting and tiring and whatnot, but it should be good. It should be fun, and I'm very, very keen to see the sort of builds that you guys do, because there are some really beautiful builds that I see and some really beautiful cast creations as well, and so creative as well. So the first year I did it, I did the builds in February and then I ran it as a challenge later that year. That's yeah, kind of where I started it. And then the second year I did the challenge, I took inspiration from people's that first year for their entries. So somebody did an airport, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try and do my own little airport. And then this year I did CC. So I've started doing CC. But the reason why I use CC is because this challenge here, this Pokemon build series, has 0 CC in it. So yeah, these are the type of builds I'm doing to share with you guys and have fun with this little challenge and make sure it's all usable and stuff like that. But the A to Z challenge, I personally do use CC because I love using CC and it's beautiful and it's gorgeous and it's amazing. And I'm definitely starting a lot earlier this year. I keep saying that every year, and normally I start around November, and then I get to January and I'm like, oh, I finished like 4 builds and I'm super stressed now. But I'm starting the same time you guys do, so I'm going to be starting my build each week when the challenge goes live. Won't necessarily finish it, it'll probably be something I work on in my own time, because it's something where I'm like, if I'm ahead in builds and I just want to build something, I can just go work on that. Off stream and things like that, which I think I would prefer to finish it off stream, just because yeah, these are really big builds and a little bit stressful. So yeah, I'll probably end up doing, you know, on those days I'll do a Pokemon build and then I'll start the A to Z build, and then when I finish, I finish. When I run out of energy, I run out of energy, whatnot. And then yeah, I'll keep doing normal Sims building for the other Sims streams I do. These Pokemon builds, and then yeah, work on it off stream. I think that's my current plan, And I feel pretty good about it. I feel like that can work because, I don't know, it's just like, it helps me get started, and by the time I get to January, I might not have any finished builds, but I will have every single build started. And because I do take a couple of weeks off, about a week or two off, over the holiday period in December, January, it gives me heaps of time to just like get in and finish the last touches on all those builds. And I feel like, yeah, in that week I could probably finish like at least 5 or 6 of them. And then that means for the rest of January, I've got heaps of time to do heaps of builds, you know, I've got a bunch of time to just get in, smash it out, whatnot. I am very much one who does staycations for holidays a lot of the time. It's just a lot more enjoyable for myself. I like it better for staycations. I don't like going out, doing these big old crazy things, you know. I like to just relax. I like to stay home, and, you know, I'll obviously go out and do fun things, but I don't know, I find when I come back from holidays, I'm so exhausted, I need another break, and so I end up having a quote-unquote staycation, like, the day after, and it's, I don't know, I find it a little bit easier to not have to do stuff like that, so, yeah. The long and the short of it is, I'm gonna have lots of fun building over the holidays, and it's also something where, like, everybody's just, like, doing nothing, and that's the point of it, is just to do nothing, and it just works out, so yeah, I'll definitely have a lot of fun doing nothing over the holidays. Lots of building, relaxing, eating, probably lots of food. But, you know, that's kind of it for my plans, I guess, for the A to Z challenge. So yeah, like I said, I will be sharing a link some point soon, probably towards the end of this month, so I'll probably end up just keeping it in my, like, if you go to my About Me section here, I don't know how YouTube works, I'm a little bit dumb, but when you go to, like, the description of my channel, there should be some links in there, I'll add it there, so if you're ever looking, it should be there, and once the challenge goes live, it'll definitely be in the description of every video, and I just won't take it out, so that, yeah, if people do want to know, they can just click on any video from that point on and just be like, oh, there's the link, cool, fantastic. So you're not going to have to go searching for it, there's going to be it in plenty of places. I'll link it in my Instagram bio as well, I'll put it on my Twitch panels, I'll probably even have like a little command in Twitch as well, so yeah, it'll be a lot, but it'll be everywhere, so if you're ever unsure where to find it, it will definitely 100% be everywhere. I'll probably announce it in the little announcements, the discussion page tab thing here on YouTube as well when it goes live, and I'll let you know, like, from this video onwards it'll be in the link, and obviously if you have any questions, like, you can throw it anywhere and I'll answer it the best I can. But I'll put like a frequently asked question page over there so that if you are interested in the challenge and getting to know it, got questions about it, yada yada yada, it'll all be there for you guys to have a little perusal of. I did sort of mini set it up, which is good. It's just like a little nice relaxed setup thing where I don't know, it's kind of like a temporary thing so that I can see what has been done. I can see how it's going to look for you guys, and I'm going to test out the link, so I'm going to save it and share it with a few people and see if they can mess around with it, and if they can't, then beautiful, fantastic, it will be shared. But that will be for co-working me on a later date, because current me is doing Sims builds soon. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to be going live in 12 minutes. So yeah, as soon as this video is done, I'm definitely going to be running around quickly to prepare myself for the stream. We're going to be doing more builds. Cannot think off the top of my head what build. Okay, we'll be working on Taurus. I was working on that at the end of this stream. So this build was actually done over 2 streams. I realized I'm not talking about this build at all. A little bit at the start, but yeah, I did this build over 2 streams. So this second half, it's been, I would say, about halfway. There's a little glitch moment where I'm like working in the bedroom and then suddenly we're like still facing the bedroom, but we're back a little bit. That's where it changed over. And yeah, after this second half, I went and did tomorrow's build, which is Pincer, I believe. and then yeah, we worked on Taurus. So today we're going to work on Taurus and hopefully 2 more. I've seemed to be doing 2.5 builds, or 2 builds, like 2 half builds and 1 full build, or 2 full builds and 1 half build at the moment, which is still pretty good. It's alright. It's okay if they're like smaller builds, but I feel like I've been doing slightly bigger builds recently, which again, that's also fine. The bigger builds are good for, you know, I don't know, I feel like I do a lot of small builds, and they're really, really short videos. They're really small builds, not entirely useful, so I do enjoy doing a bit more of these larger style builds, but we do have a few smaller ones as well here and there, so I do like that I've got a lot of variety in terms of style and colour and pack usage and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I wanted this build in particular to feel very fancy and like you're getting away from your entire life, you know? There's just like so much going on in your life that you just want to relax a little bit and get away from your phone and work and people and just have a bit of a slow moment, you know, where you can just wake up whenever and eat whatever and go swimming whenever and hopefully not get blown up by the volcano whenever. But it's supposed to be nice and relaxing, and that I'm really hoping that I got that whole vibe. Like I wanted it to feel very luxurious and like, okay, I don't need to do anything, I can just be pampered. So yeah, if your sim ends up playing in this build, if you end up playing with your sim in this build, definitely let me know. Are they renting this place? Are they living here? What's the whole vibe of this place for you guys if you do end up playing it? Because for me, if I were here, it would definitely be a vacation place. I do love beautiful places like this. I just feel like I would miss my family too much because I don't think they'd move somewhere here. Because currently, yeah, some of my family are going to move to a farm. And yeah, this is very far from a farm. But yeah, I'd definitely love to visit. But anyway, we are getting pretty close to the end here. If you liked this video, you want to see more stuff like this, make sure to subscribe down below. I do come with a new video almost every single day, just not the last couple of days of February. But until then, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys!